Job interview, software developer, the reverse interview. Characters, Rachel, engineering manager, transparent, experienced, and appreciative of candidates who think like owners. Alex, backend developer, proactive and analytical. He is looking for a long-term fit and wants to ensure the engineering standards meet his expectations.
Well, Alex, that concludes the technical portion of our session. You've done a great job.
Thank you, Rachel. I really enjoyed the challenge.
Now, the floor is yours. We have about 15 minutes left. What questions do you have for me?
I appreciate that. I'd like to start with the team. How is the engineering team currently structured?
We follow the squad model. Each squad is cross-functional, with back-end, front-end, a designer, and a product manager.
That sounds very collaborative. How do these squads decide on their technical roadmap?
It's a joint effort between the tech lead and the product manager, but we encourage input from every developer.
That's good to hear. Regarding the codebase, every company has technical debt. How does your team manage it?
Honestly, we have our fair share. We try to allocate about 20% of every sprint specifically for refactoring and maintenance.
20% is a solid commitment. Does that actually happen when a big feature deadline is approaching?
I'll be honest, sometimes it gets pushed back, but we make sure to repay that debt in the following sprint.
I appreciate the transparency. What does the deployment pipeline look like here?
We use a fully automated CI/CD pipeline. Once a PR is merged, it goes through staging and then to production via Canary releases.
How long does it typically take for a piece of code to go from merged to live?
If the build passes all tests, it usually takes about 20 minutes.
That's impressive. What is the biggest technical challenge the backend team is currently facing?
We're dealing with some data consistency issues as we migrate from a monolith to microservices.
That is a classic migration headache. Are you using any specific patterns like Saga or event sourcing to handle that?
We're currently implementing the Saga pattern for our order processing logic.
Interesting. Now, moving to team culture. How does the team handle postmortems when something goes wrong?
We hold blameless postmortems. The goal is to fix the process, not to point fingers at the person who pushed the code.
That aligns with my values. How do you support professional development for your engineers?
We provide an annual learning budget for courses and conferences, and we have internal lightning talks every Friday.
I love the idea of lightning talks. What was the topic of the last one?
One of our seniors actually gave a great talk on the internals of the V8 engine.
That sounds fascinating. On the management side, how do you provide feedback to your developers?
We have bi-weekly one-on-ones. It's not just a status update, it's a dedicated time for career growth and feedback.
How would you describe your management style?
I try to be a servant leader. My job is to clear the roadblocks so the engineers can do their best work.
That's a great philosophy. What does success look like for this role in the first 90 days?
In the first 30 days, it's about onboarding. By day 90, I'd expect you to be owning a small feature from end to end.
That sounds like a reasonable ramp-up period. How does the team handle work-life balance, especially regarding on-call rotations?
We have a rotation, but we're very protective of our engineers' time. If you're paged at night, you're expected to start late the next day.
That's very fair. What is your favorite thing about working here?
The people. Everyone is incredibly smart, but more importantly, everyone is kind and willing to help.
And on the flip side, what is one thing you wish you could change about the current engineering setup?
I wish our documentation was more up to date. We move fast, and sometimes the docs lag behind.
I've seen that happen in many fast-growing companies. I'm actually a fan of keeping documentation close to the code.
Like using Swagger or inline documentation, we definitely welcome that expertise.
Exactly. One last question. How does the company stay competitive with its tech stack?
We do a tech radar session every quarter to evaluate which technologies to adopt, trial, or retire.
That's a very structured way to innovate. I'm impressed.
I'm glad. You've asked some very insightful questions, Alex.
I believe an interview is a two-way street. I want to make sure I can bring the most value to the team.
I couldn't agree more. Is there anything else you'd like to know?
Actually, yes. What are the next steps in the hiring process?
The recruitment team will reach out by Wednesday to schedule a final chat with our CTO.
Great. I look forward to it. Thank you for your time today, Rachel.
Thank you, Alex. It was a pleasure meeting you.
The pleasure was mine. Have a great afternoon.
You too. Take care.
See you in the next English conversation session by Wisdom Studio 8.